During World War II, American metallurgist Dr. Myron McLean, working under a U.S. government contract, experimented with creating a super-strong alloy for military purposes. Due to the scientist's exhaustion, an accidental synthesis occurred, resulting in the creation of a unique material called proto-adamantium, a rare fusion of vibranium, steel, and an unknown catalyst. This material was later used to forge Captain America's shield, a legendary, nearly indestructible artifact capable of withstanding physical, energy, and even magical forces, becoming a symbol of unbreakable will and justice. This raises a curious question. If the MCU had the rights to proto-adamantium back then, could Thanos have shattered Cap's shield with his Uru blade? After the war, McLean spent decades trying to recreate the accident. Eventually, he succeeded in creating true adamantium, also known as primary adamantium, an artificial alloy slightly weaker than proto-adamantium, yet still resistant to mechanical, thermal, and chemical destruction. This metal became the foundation of the Weapon X program, a secret project designed to create super soldiers. Logan, known as Wolverine, was chosen because his incredible healing factor allowed him to survive the brutal procedure of fusing adamantium to his skeleton, a process that would have killed any other human or mutant. The coating of the skeleton occurs while the metal is in a liquid state. Possessing exceptional strength, it is capable of withstanding nuclear explosions, extreme temperatures, and direct blows from super powerful beings. Adamantium is thousands of times harder than diamond, and diamond is the mineral with the highest hardness, a perfect 10 on the Mohs scale, capable of cutting glass and metal due to the strong covalent bonds between carbon atoms. However, adamantium breaks that limitation. It combines absolute hardness with impact toughness. It does not shatter under extreme loads like diamond. Instead, it redistributes energy throughout its structure, similar to cavetic alloys. One example is cavetic titanium, where carbon is integrated into its structure at the atomic level. This fundamentally alters its mechanical and thermal properties, allowing the metal to withstand colossal impacts and retain its shape even under extreme conditions. In real-world science, its heat resistance is comparable to tungsten, the metal with the highest melting point of 6,191 degrees Fahrenheit. Used in incandescent lamps and jet engines, where other materials simply vaporize under stress. Its density is close to that of osmium and iridium, the heaviest and most stable metals on Earth. After just 8 minutes, adamantium solidifies permanently. From that point on, it becomes virtually indestructible, vulnerable only to powerful magic or Magneto's abilities due to the metal's magnetic properties. Due to the high density of his adamantium skeleton, Logan became around 100 pounds or 47 kilograms heavier. Adamantium elements are present in other characters as well: Deadpool's katanas, Bullseye's spine, X-23's claws, and Moon Knight's blade. Over the years, the comics have introduced many different versions of adamantium. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, adamantium was discovered in the body of an unborn celestial, Tiamat. This discovery triggered a series of geopolitical conflicts between countries trying to acquire this resource. Logan from another universe was introduced to us in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, which means we'll see many legendary battles involving him, as Marvel plans to exploit him until he's 90. Millions of years ago, a meteorite brought vibranium to Earth, a metal capable of absorbing any energy. It infused the very soil of the land that would become Wakanda. For centuries, the tribes that settled this land waged endless war. They needed a leader to stop the bloodshed, and vibranium provided one. The meteorite's energy birthed the heart-shaped herb. The warrior worthy to consume it gained the power and instincts of a beast, becoming the first Black Panther, a king, and the living shield of Wakanda. While the rest of the world descended into chaos, Wakanda built the most advanced civilization on the planet and hid it away. To protect their gift, they swore to keep their secret, hiding in plain sight. The brilliant Shuri created a nanosuit for the king. In its dormant state, it is concealed within a necklace. But at the wearer's command, billions of nanites burst forth, covering the body with incredibly durable programmable matter. Lightweight that even carbon nanotubes, leaders in strength-to-weight ratio, fall short in compression resistance. Its key feature is energy manipulation. In reality, materials only dissipate impact, converting it into heat. The closest real-world analogs are graphene, which stretches like a membrane to absorb ballistic impact, and nitinol, an alloy of nickel and titanium which can remember shape and deformation energy. Moreover, vibranium stores kinetic energy like a battery and then releases it back as a shockwave. It violates the laws of thermodynamics by combining the incompatible. The suit also absorbs sound vibrations, rendering the Panther completely silent, an effect modern science attempts to achieve using acoustic metamaterials. The entire coding process takes less than a second. And finally, the claws. In the MCU, they are made only of ordinary vibranium, capable of only leaving a mark on Captain America's shield. In the comics, however, they are made of Antarctic vibranium, an antimetal that destroys other metals at the molecular level. Despite its near indestructible nature, vibranium's durability ultimately has its limits. The energy projected by the Infinity Stone in Vision's forehead, combined with Iron Man's repulsors and a lightning bolt from Mjolnir, was able to slowly melt away Ultron's vibranium outer shell. Shuri also invented a way to deactivate vibranium to simplify logistics, which ultimately helped defeat Killmonger. In the MCU, vibranium is used to create Ultron's body, Vision's body, Sam Wilson's wings and shield, Bucky Barnes' arm, and Captain America's shield.
The most versatile substance on the planet, and they used it to make a frisbee.
Basically, adamantium and vibranium are theoretical limit materials, exactly the kind of stuff real-world science is trying to create. They take real physical properties and just push them to the absolute max. Let's put these two impossible metals head-to-head, and throw graphene metamaterial into the mix as one of the most promising answers from real science. Starting with absolute strength, adamantium is unmatched. It is structurally indestructible. Vibranium comes in a close second, while our real-world metamaterials aren't even on the same scale. Toughness. Adamantium will never crack. Vibranium actually has a breaking point. Graphene is immensely tough, but an overload causes a cascading structural collapse. Adaptability. Adamantium's form is permanent. Vibranium is dynamic, rearranging itself on a molecular level. And graphene's structure can be programmatically tuned for a specific task. Application potential. Adamantium's functionality is strictly limited to kinetics. It is exclusively a tool of war and destruction. Vibranium is infinitely versatile, and graphene is our real-world answer, from cutting-edge medicine and the defense industry all the way to aerospace. Lightweight, adamantium is exceptionally heavy, a massive contrast to the feather-light vibranium. And graphene metamaterials deliver perfect weightlessness combined with colossal strength. Energy exchange. Adamantium is kinetically passive. Vibranium shatters the laws of thermodynamics. It absorbs a destructive pulse and redirects it back with zero energy loss. Graphene, however, obeys physics. It can only dissipate a shockwave, meaning we are still a long way from Wakandan technology. Reusability. For adamantium, a mistake is fatal. Zero salvage value. Vibranium is easily recycled, but our metamaterials take the win. They are designed to be reusable right from the start. Price. Vibranium is an ultra-rare extraterrestrial metal, which already makes it ridiculously expensive. But why does adamantium cost twice as much? It comes down to production. It is a top-secret alloy that sets permanently in exactly 8 minutes. Any mistake during casting is a flat-out economic disaster. So that massive risk of failure is baked right into the price tag. Now, let's run a thought experiment. Imagine an indestructible aircraft carrier made of adamantium. Due to its density, equal to that of osmium, the vessel would be nearly 3 times heavier, lose all maneuverability, and likely sink. Its cost would exceed $6 quadrillion, which is 60 times the global GDP. Furthermore, the slightest error during the 8-minute casting process would turn this massive investment into the most expensive piece of useless metal in history. Now let's swap it out for vibranium. The ship instantly gets about 5 times lighter. Yeah, it'll run you an insane $166 trillion, but here's the kicker. Vibranium isn't just some dead armor. It becomes the ship's quantum brain, a limitless power source, and the foundation for next-level weapons, advanced medtech, comms, and optical camouflage. As we can see, adamantium and vibranium represent 2 completely different approaches to the perfect material. Adamantium is just raw, brute force. Its one and only advantage is its absolute, uncompromising indestructibility. It is a metal of war. It's toxic and literally destroys its own host. Vibranium only loses to adamantium in one aspect. Its durability actually has a limit. But in every other way, it is the material of the future. It absorbs energy, adapts to any task, and can save lives, instead of just taking them. Adamantium makes you an invulnerable soldier, but vibranium lets you build a civilization. And that's exactly why my choice is vibranium. In a hypothetical showdown between Wolverine and Black Panther, those adamantium claws would eventually tear through the vibranium armor. But the Panther wouldn't fall. Wakandan tech, powered by that very same vibranium, would heal him. And the king would rise once more, an unbreakable shield for his people.